Just when I thought I couldn't make it any uglier, I'm going to change the paint on the wall because I've found that, well, I started with green screen and these disappeared into the green screen background. Then I went with blue and the sky disappeared from the video that I did because it's the same color as the sky, pretty close. And so it was showing a lot of grain and it didn't look good. So here we go with red. That is red. Well, all right, all painted. I've got the layout put back in the corner. I took my train station and I'm going to work on that finally. See if I can get that closed in, get it prettied up, and get those houses put together. 3 houses I've got to put together. Let's see what kind of trouble I'm into. I have 2 trains. Somebody suggested running 2 trains with cars. Let's see what happens here. So far, it's all right. Incredible. I am finally getting back to work on the train station. I have cut these ahead, the subfascia, to go around here. So now I'm going to glue those on. And it's finally taking shape. Then we'll cover we'll plywood everything else. I guess I hold this till it dries or hardens some. Hopefully it's not too long. I couldn't find my hot glue gun. I don't know where it went. Thought I knew where everything was now. Oh, well, so I tried the Gorilla Glue. It did not work because I couldn't find my hot glue gun where I completely reorganized my shop so that I know where exactly everything is. And I couldn't find it. So I bought another one, and you can bet I own 2 of these now. Someday it'll show up. Okay, so hot glue gun works a lot better. I kind of cut this open. The Gorilla Glue, it works great, but it takes a long time to hold it. So I have one more piece cut. That's a fly rafter on the end. I'll glue that on, and then we'll start plywooding it. I started this thing about 6 months ago, and I just haven't been able to get back to it, so I'm pretty doggone excited to be able to work on this. When all else fails, push. Don't touch that because it's hot. There. Oh, that's so much easier than the Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue has its purpose. This ain't it. Okay. I'm going to put plywood on it. I'm going to do this inside under this covered wall first. The length is, I've already ripped it to width for the inside there. So the length is 7 7/8 inches. Let's see if that goes in there. This is balsa wood. Oh yeah, nice. So that's that one. Oh yeah, I like that. That's good. So I can hot glue that on. We'll cut this last one. Okay. So here's another thing. The building's going to be white walls, black roof. Pretty basic. And not sure about the trim yet. So I'm going to paint these. It's going to be a lot easier to paint now than later. I'm going to number these 1, 2, 3. I'll write it on the back. If I can get these out. 1. So I started to use a spray can. Didn't really like that. Let's see, this is an off-white. This has the possibility of a mess. Let's see if I can just do it like that. That's a little better. Just doesn't take much, these little things. I have them all painted and they're numbered. 1, 2, and 3. So and then I did the back ones, the back pieces. I sketched out the gable end. I did 2 of them. So I'm just going to cut that out and glue that on. I think I'll paint those in place. Let's close the end of this building up. Oh, up the top also, huh? One of you folks sent me a whole bunch of these partial sheets of plywood. They're big enough to do each section with one piece. So that's kind of cheating, but I accept. I like that. So I'll set that on there somewhere. I'll transfer the marks and cut those. That makes it really easy to not get, the hard part is the valleys. This makes it easy to get them correct. I'm just lining, this is the critical point, one of them. Make sure that that one's good there. I'm going to give it just a slight reveal to kind of act as a drip edge right along there. Okay, so that point I know. I'm going to mark this underneath. This rafter comes right up flush all the way along the edge. And there's one peak. I'll just scribe along a line along the back. And I'm going to come around and get the other side. So I marked it even with this, but I'm going to give it a little overhang, so I'll just add on to these marks, these scribblings. Okay, So it was like this. Now it's upside down. So I'll just transfer. I'll draw a line there. I'm going to cut this on the table saw. This line is the actual edge of the gable end. So I'm going to give it just a pinch. Maybe a pretty healthy overhang. The backside, I will match this one more exactly. Okay, so this is not the one. Cut that and that on the table saw, and we're good to go. And here we go with roof section 1. Just picking a few points. Oh, that looks really good. Let that glue dry, or harden, stiffen. Ta-da! Oh, it's been 6 months finally getting roofing put on. Now another full sheet, and I'll get, this time I want to get that point set. This stuff is really flexible, so that's nice. I want to get the same reveal across there. So I have this point. I'll make a mark. I can see the point down here. I'm going to cut this one on the table saw right now. Then I'll bring it back and fit it for across the ridge and up this valley. All right, I cut that one. Let's see how that looks. I'll set this point so they match. Great, that makes a nice looking valley. Now I'll come over to this side. Make sure we're good. Match this right in the valley. Now I've got to go up on the back and I'll mark that and find out that point at the top of the valley. Just to show you what I did. So I have this point lined up. Get that nice and tight. Have a mark there. I went around to the back side and marked the peak. So now I have a straight line down here. This needs to, it's really bowed up. So I'm going to cut this one first. Then it will lay flat and then I can find the peak cut. All right, I cut this side. I'll line it up again. Make sure that's perfect. Have that mark, and now I can do right there. I'll draw a line across there and cut that on the table saw. Let's see if this one works. Okay. Again, I start here, draw that up to the point. This is point 2. Point 3 is good, and point 4. I do believe I'm going to glue that. Very nice. I like that. On to the last one on the front. And same procedure on this third section. I'll get it lined up along the bottom where I want it. Make sure I hit this point. That's the peak. Then I'll mark it down here. I want to make sure this angle is correct before I cut those two sides. All right, let's see, get this point. Oh yeah. All right, I've transferred the marks onto the back. Just cut these. This will undoubtedly be the quickest I've ever plywooded a roof. So I have this one all cut. I'll just glue that on there. Oh, that looked great. You can see the passenger trains just coming right up in there, unloading. All right, I'll glue that on. Roof panels are all on. I caulked some of the joints. If there was just a pinhole of a leak that you could see, then I'm going to paint the roof all black. You can see I clipped off that corner because that will be up against the wall of the layout. While I'm here, I'm going to paint the walkway, the boardwalk, black as well as the roof black. There's also, let's see, I guess you can't see that, a walkway out to the side here that'll be like a patio. Probably should build some picnic tables or something there. So there's the boardwalk approach. Now I'll do the roof. Now that I've had some spare time to work on my train layout, which I really am enjoying, I've started organizing all my shelving for the different parts. It's amazing how much stuff you have to use to build a train layout. So I'm just going to leave you with a look at the train layout while my train station, the paint has to dry. And I need to pretty that up a little bit, and then we'll have a placement on the station, or on the layout. I've cleaned everything off the layout, and I've swept up, vacuumed, got it all clean, so I'm ready to start actually putting grass down, trees, shrubs, everything, buildings, and finally get this thing to look like it's a little town or something. Pretty cool. So Thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it. Looks really bare right now. It's going to look beautiful. Thanks for watching. See you later.